I'll just get Google Earth started. Should look the same once we're in here. And you'll see that Google Earth starts with the startup tip. You can turn that off if you want to, although I usually leave it on because there's lots of things to learn about Google Earth that come up over time. But you can just go ahead and close that down. And if you have any of these things clicked on already, so let me just click a few on. If you open it up and any of these things are on, you may want to go ahead and turn those off because those are all things that are going to make your Google Earth run more slowly. Using my mouse, I can come in here a little more closely using the dial on the top of my mouse, or you can use these tools over here, and we can zoom in or we can zoom back out. Now notice all of the things that are showing on the screen. That is because if I come over here to the layers area, I have these things clicked on. I would recommend clicking those off until you know you need them, especially this geographic web, because as you can see, when we open that up, it includes a lot of different kinds of information. So I usually turn all of that off, but then I usually turn the terrain on because I like to be able to see that, but most of the other things off so that Google Earth can run more smoothly. Alright, so what I wanted to show you on this video today was how to get a folder started for a homework assignment. And this is what you're going to want to do. You want to come over and right click on My Places, and you'll get an add, and come over and click on Folder. And so folder window is going to pop open, and so let's say this is our Intro to Geology homework, and I've asked you to put your name and then the name of the assignment. Bowker _ Intro to Geology. I don't need any further description. If you want it, you can put a type of description in this box, but I don't need that, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And now I have a folder created in My Places. If for some reason it lists it under temporary places, you can pick it up and drag it into My Places, but I think it probably always puts it there. Alright, so let's say I want to add Covington, Georgia. I can click in the box there and click enter, or you could have clicked the magnifying glass and it's going to zoom in on Covington, Georgia. And let's add a place mark. So we take our cursor up here to the little thumbtack, click on the thumbtack, and we now have a new window that has opened up, and so I'm going to name this Covington, Georgia. Might be what I wanted on there. This is the location of one of GPC's campuses. Okay, so now I have a place mark. So if I come over here and I click on the thumbtack, that information pops up, okay, in my place mark. Now if I right click on the place mark, I get this window open, and I have Get Info on my computer because it is a Mac. On a Windows computer it should say Properties, and if you click on that you'll get your window back open, and you can type something else in the window. You know, this is where I work. And maybe I realize, this is on the town of Covington. This is not situated on the actual Covington campus. So we're going to move over here. And sometimes it's easier if you have the roads on here. And now I have it placed where I want it instead. But I might also want it to show me the Covington or Newton campus up close. And if I click on this, it doesn't take me in up close, but if, as you can see, if I double click on the screen, whoops, here it is over here, I can get in much closer. And my thumbtack is kind of off. So again, I'm going to right click on my thumbtack, or if you have a Mac, it is Control click. I'm going to move my thumbtack where I want it. And my office is actually right over here. And I'm also zoomed in. Okay, so now let's add another place mark somewhere. Let's say let's see, Decatur campus, Georgia Perimeter College. And let's see what we can find. Well, let's see. Let's go to this link. And that is obviously not correct. So let's try another one. There's the Clarkston campus. Here we go. Here's the Decatur campus. Okay. So let's add a place mark. I don't really want their place mark, so I'm going to turn that off from the search box. Put another place mark on here and put GPC Decatur campus. Alright, so now you can see, alright, and actually I'm going to close this up so I have more room in my places. You can see that my folder doesn't include the place marks that I've made. Here's my place mark for Covington, Georgia, and I don't know if you noticed, but my Decatur campus place mark is up here in my search box. Well, if they're there, they're not going to be in my folder to turn in. So let's grab that, drag it down on top of the folder, and now next to our folder an arrow has appeared. If we click that arrow, it should open our folder and we can see that the GPC Decatur campus is listed underneath. Click it again and it closes up under there. I like to do that just to make sure everything's on there. My Covington, Georgia place mark is not in there still. Let's go ahead and click on that and go back and see the view now that is part of our place mark. We have that zoomed in view. Whatever the view is where you put your place mark is the view that others are going to see when they put in your place mark. You can change that, but just keep it in mind when you put that in. Alright, well, before I move that place mark, let's go up here and let me show you how to save this file. If you right click on this, you'll see Save Place As, and when I do that I can select where I want to save this on my computer. And I'm just going to stick it on my desktop for right now and save that. Alright, well, we noticed that this place mark was not in our folder, so let's move it up onto our folder. And now when I click the arrow and close it up, I have both of them under there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and close down Google Earth and come out here, and here's my file out of my place mark. Now if you were going to give this to me in iCollege, you could just upload this right now in the assignments tool, but here's the problem. We saved it with only one of the place marks. So let's open Google Earth back up. Here's our startup tip. Look, here's my folder. It's got both place marks in there, but we have not resaved it. So let's go ahead and right click and save our place again, even though Google Earth knows that those are both in there. In order to get this saved in a folder out on your computer so that you can turn it in, you've got to replace it with the updated information. And so now if we close down Google Earth, our file should have both place marks in it. You can open up your iCollege assignments tool and upload that file to hand in. And that's it.